Simon's supposed to come along with you or something?
Yeah, he's got the flu.
He's got the flu?
Yeah.
You resisted it, though?
I did, just.
Well, in the next few minutes, Mark, it's my job, should I accept it, to get to know you a little bit better. And people, I imagine a lot of people who watch MTV would know you anyway, because there was that big Levellers live concert on at the end of last year, and which I was told, actually, rated higher than all the other live concerts that we showed.
Excellent, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I found that out today as well. So what are the Levellers all about? What are you here for?
What we're here for, basically to have a good time and sing songs about important things, really, not just nonsense. Basically to have a good time and entertain.
Do you believe in the power of music in these days to change people's minds and stuff?
I'm not really sure that I do, but you've got to believe in something, and yeah, it keeps me going.
You're quite like, you know, if you read all of the press stuff, it's all quite mystical and there's all these influences. And I think Simon's quoted as saying that he's like sitting around in stone circles smoking.
I can't answer for him.
No, of course you can't. But where does all of that, you know, like if you feel like in the root stuff, where does all that fit in with the modern cynical world of the record business?
It doesn't really.
No.
It has problems sometimes. It's a bit of a square peg.
Yeah.
But that's their problem, not ours, really.
Yeah, right. You play an awful lot of live gigs, don't you?
We do.
Loads of them.
Yeah, we enjoy it. Basically, that's what music is essentially about, as far as we're concerned. It's a live experience.
Getting to meet the people who actually buy the stuff, too.
Yeah, pretty much so. I mean, they don't sort of hang around being aloof at all like that. It's like hang around in the bar beforehand and stuff like that, which is good, because you do get to meet the people.
But you think, what about one day, though, when you get so big that you can't actually do that anymore?
I don't think, well, go out in disguise or whatever, I don't know. I don't think that's ever really a problem, though, because people don't sort of go, it's the Levellers, worship, worship, worship with us, because that's not the sort of image we sort of put out. It's like, oh, it's Mark from the Levellers, so, should we go and should we bother him or not, you know? Yeah. And if they've got something to say, then they'll come and say it, which is good, you know. I don't think that'll ever change. That's
cool. I mean, I guess the problem is, though, some people need people who, like, play music to look up to, don't they? It's not something that you put out. Yeah, well, that's good, but then they can go and look up to someone else, basically. But, you know, you do set yourself up for it, and I'm sure some people do, but then it's not what I'm in it for, basically. Now, you've had an awful lot, really, I mean, an awful lot, more than your fair share of great press.
You reckon?
Well, stuff in your bio, anyway.
Oh, well, that's all carefully edited,
It's all the best bits, isn't it? Yeah, leaving out the bits in between. Yeah. But they do say that too much good coverage can actually harm you. Yeah, well, basically, we try not to do too much press, to be honest. Not in this country, not in England, anyway. Because it can harm you, too much coverage. People just get bored of the sick of sight of you, and don't really want that. On the other hand, though, if you don't do enough, I guess people could think, oh, look at them all being aloof and difficult. Well, no, you do the right amount, basically. You just issue statements, which is the best way to do it. Then the facts are straight, then. You don't get any sort of journalist contorting it, which they tend to do. I know. It happens with me all the time. Yeah, it's right. I learn lessons every day. And whatever you do read about the Levellers, there's always this Celtic influence thing. Yeah. But you're from Brighton. That's right. So where does the Celtic stuff come in then? I don't know. The drink, probably. Yeah. Late at night. Yeah. I understand that. I understand that one. I believe somewhere I've got the... I'm so untogether today. I've got the tour dates. You're actually out on tour on the 22nd of January, right? Various places in Europe, on the continent. Where exactly, I don't know yet. You don't know it yet. I mean, there's Munich, there's Frankfurt, Stuttgart, all in Germany, of course, but it's a little German tour, I think, during January. Yeah, there's a bit in Paris, there's a bit in Amsterdam, and a bit in Switzerland as well. But a lot of you, although, hang out. It says that your second home is Amsterdam, for example. No, it used to be more so than now, because we don't really get the time, but yeah, it's just a really good place. Got a lot of good friends there. Yeah, it's a good place to hang out. It certainly is, yeah. It's a difficult place to get anything together, I always found. Yeah, well, that's why we don't live there. Otherwise we would. Good move. OK, so you can see the Levellers out on tour in Germany and Paris and other places during the month of January and February. In the meantime, you've chosen a most wanted video. I have, yeah. Massive Attack. Yeah. Chris, this is a great video. Any particular reason? Just because it's actually one of the only times where music and video really works together. And it's sort of like... the video's as good as the song, almost. The song's just brilliant, anyway. Yeah, I agree with you. Let's have a look at that, then. And stay tuned for Mark singing live on his own, brave man, in a few short minutes. We'll be back. It's Wanted on a Thursday evening. Thank you for joining us. Some live music now from a man who's normally with a lot of other people in a band called the Levellers. You know them and love them on MTV, judging by the fact that you watched their concert in more than you watched any other concert last year. This is a little album which is out on CD now. It's an introduction to the band. It's called, I can't remember because it's a tongue twister, See Nothing, Hear Nothing, Do Something. It's a collection of the UK singles and live songs. I think I've got that right, haven't I, Mark? You have. Oh, good, good, good. So there it is. That's an introduction to the Levellers, should you need an introduction. And here's another one right now. Mark Chadwick and his guitar with a song called The Game.
And it's another man's chord. But never mind.
Oh, typical, typical. Sorry.
Gunshots shatter in the peace of night. Just another firefight for the people of this little town. But for the dying soldier, well, he's feeling 10 years older as he's lying face down on the ground. All the words that are in his head and all the words his mother said if she would put him to bed back home. Your daddy, well, he died in the Falklands, fighting for another man's cause. And your brother, he was killed in the last war. And your mother, well, she's lying at home alone. Every day she sees your face on a picture on the fireplace with your brother as he was leaving school. Then a day came 5 years ago. He said, Mother, I need to know. And you spoke the words your brother spoke before. Well, I've seen the things my daddy's done. I've seen the medals that he's won. And I know this is what he would have wanted for me. But your daddy, well, he died in the Falklands, fighting for another man's cause. And your brother, he was killed in the last war. And your mother, well, she's lying at home alone. Now she wonders at it all. Just in his name did these brave young heroes fall. And how many more gonna answer that call? They're gonna fight, fight and die in another man's cause. They're gonna die for religion, believing at all. They're gonna die in a place they should never have been at all. Oh, never been at all. 'Cause your daddy, well, he died in the Falklands, fighting for another man's cause. And your brother, he was killed in the last war. And your mother, well, she's